Hi pals, John here with the Lens Power, and today we're going to go in depth into the Sony a7S III menu system. Continuing our look at the different menu systems and helping to demystify them and make them a little bit more user-friendly, today we are going to take a look at the Sony a7S III and a7 IV. Now, with this camera, the a7S III, Sony revamped their menu system, and a lot of people will tell you that it was long overdue. Maybe, maybe not. I do happen to like the new menu system a lot more than Sony's old menu system. Probably not enough to warrant an upgrade just for those reasons, but if you do have one of their new cameras, or if you're renting one from us, then this is what you need to know. We're not going to dive into anything that can be covered by the function menu, so that's drive, focusing, exposure, compensation, white balance, all of that kind of stuff. We're going to leave that to the function menu, that little FM button on the back of the camera, as it already does a pretty great job. But what we are going to do is dive into some of the other menu items that you might need and where you can find them. So, without further ado, I'm actually going to start off in photo mode, and I mentioned that because if there are going to be some options that are not available until you switch into a different camera mode. So starting with photo mode, here in the red menu, it's sort of a more orangey red than previously on the Sony cameras, or at least that's how it's looking on this Ninja 5. Here we're going to see our image quality settings. So this is whether you're in JPEG, HEIF, compressed RAW, expert, exquisite, JPEG, whatever it might be. Anything to do with what your image quality is going to be here in this menu. Now you might notice at the bottom that we have a little file format for recording video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch it into video mode. It's going to kick me out of the menu, and then I'm going to go back in, and we can see straight away that we actually have a lot more options when it comes to image quality here in this, now that we are switched over to movie mode, and that's because these are all relevant to movies. So this is where you're going to find your S&Q settings and the rest of your movie codec settings. Everything else should be more or less the same. The other major item that you're going to find here under the red menu is format. Now it's grayed out here because we don't have any cards installed in the a7S III right now, but if we did, we'd be able to go through and format the cards with a nice little warning. In the sort of pinkish menu, this is all exposure, white balance type stuff, which is under the function button, so we're just going to skip over that. Here under purple, we do have our autofocus bits and pieces, including face and eye detection and all the settings therein. So whether you want to have human or animal, left eye, right eye, all of that kind of stuff is found under purple 3. Moving on to purple 4 and 5, this is where you're going to find your manual focus assist. So focus magnifiers, focus peaking colors, etc. All of that's going to be there in the bottom of the purple menu system. Now the blue tab has your playback options. This is where the things rotate automatically on cameras and computers, and it's all fairly straightforward. Green is going to be your networking settings. So again, similar to the old menu system, this is going to be your FTP transfer, your smartphone transfer, PC connect, all of that kind of stuff. And then here in the yellow menu, things have changed a little bit. Some things that used to be in here aren't anymore, such as the formatting, but we do have the reset and save settings. So we can do a settings reset. A reset will keep things like date and time, whereas an initialize will completely take it back to sort of factory resetting. Also with these cameras, and it's grayed out again because we don't have a card in here, but you can save your settings from one camera, take that card, put it into a new camera and load up all of your settings, and it can be done from right there. And then one more thing, if you need to clean your sensor, again the camera should do it automatically when it sort of shuts off and boots up, but you can do it manually by coming under yellow 12 and going into the sensor cleaning options. Now right here up the top is one that we skipped over. It is the My Menu settings. Like a lot of other manufacturers, here you can add items such as file types, and we can save it to there and there. And as you kind of saw there, you can have a bunch of different pages. So some people will actually set this up so that the pages make a kind of flowing sense. But for my money, it's only really useful if you have settings that you change and edit on a regular basis. So if you jump from JPEG to RAW to back to JPEG, then it makes sense to have that easily accessible if you just are changing it once. So there you have it, Sony's new menu system as found on the a7S III and forthcoming a7 IV. And no, we're not just mentioning the a7 IV to get lots of people to click and like this video. I promise, honest. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, tell a friend, smash a bell, and whatever it is Daniel Schiffer's saying this week. And until next time, I'll see you soon.